right. We are in the club today. I'm joined with Myra Haley in the second chair. Welcome, Myra.
Thank you.
And we have our guest, Zach, CEO of Indoor Drone Tours. But it's more than just indoor drones, we've learned. It's indoor, outdoor, all sorts of drones.
All sorts of drones. Thanks for having me.
No, we're excited to have you in today. And for our listeners out there, a little background into what Indoor Drone Tours is all about. It's a premium content service for commercial real estate and property marketers. Their team of real estate and creative experts will execute your video, drone, and photography projects. They have created thousands of indoor drone tours nationwide and work with the top brands like JLL, Brookfield Properties, Sterling Bay, and many more. And actually, I learned about them because you did some outstanding work out at Hofstra University. That's where it all started, was from a LinkedIn post.
That's right.
I saw you guys doing some work with their athletics facilities, and I got to talk to these guys. So I had you all come out. We did a little collaboration, got a wonderful drone tour ourselves of Club Colors, so I can speak firsthand. You do outstanding work. But I think the biggest thing is, conversations with founders, folks in the CEO role. It's always interesting to hear what your entrepreneurship journey is like, and I think it's fascinating. So when you think about this very unique niche you find yourself in, indoor drones in general, where'd that inspiration come from? Where'd that passion to create a business in this marketplace start?
It didn't start with drones. It went back to video production. I did a lot of video production work growing up, goofy prank videos with friends and running around town, just filming whatever we could. My dad is an entrepreneur. My uncle's an entrepreneur, so I always knew I wanted to do my own thing. And I made the plunge when I was young, and just kind of let the business form from there. So went from a creative agency now to indoor drone tours.
Did you do a lot of self-training, or were you trained officially? Self-training,
I would say. Just early on learning video editing softwares and cameras and how to direct and bring a video to life. So no formal training on that, just kind of learned as it happened.
Yeah.
That's the best way to learn.
I love that. Getting your hands dirty, learning by doing. We hear that a lot from folks that are in a similar seat as yourself, and you got that initial vision for where it needs to go. You leaned into storytelling through video, the creative outlet that it is. I love that. You think about what you're doing, though, and creating indoor drone tours or outdoor drone tours. Why would a company want to do a drone tour here in 2025?
A drone tour is the new video product out there. It's a way to show off a space, whether you're a commercial real estate broker selling a building or you're Club Colors looking for an awesome internal marketing asset or recruitment asset. So it's a new exciting video asset out there with a variety of different purposes.
Yeah.
Did you get any headway? Like, I think of campuses, and this is a huge thing for them now because a lot of people weren't able to make it out for their admissions tours or things like that. So I can see it in a place where a lot of people coming from a lot of different places and want to get that impact, that feel. How did you really start to pick that kind of venture up?
Yeah, that's definitely a big use case of it. So whether it's a college sports team using it to recruit athletes and show off their facilities, or an apartment building, a luxury condo building that is trying to show international students what it looks like without having to step foot on campus. But it didn't.
Great call out.
It didn't start that way. It was actually a COVID side project with residential real estate brokers. We were pitching it as a contactless tour. So during this time when you weren't allowed in anybody's house, we were the company that stood outside the front door, put a drone inside, flew it around, flew out the door, made a video, and was a way to move the industry forward during those times. So it's blossomed into much more since then.
Do you find now with that blossoming happening, more business coming from the real estate side, or more folks looking to do tours or higher education in particular? That's how I first saw you, using that for athletic spaces and that recruiting effort. What do you see happening there?
We've actually discontinued our residential real estate services the last couple of years. So it's turned into primarily a commercial real estate business.
Sure.
We work with offices, apartment buildings, industrial real estate, and then there's a good chunk of special projects, we call them, which could be a sports team reaching out. It could be a business in need of a headquarter video. So it's commercial real estate at its core with some fun side projects on the side.
I think of it as almost like a global thing because you might be in Japan, but now you can look at real estate property like commercial anywhere without having to pay to come here and spend that time looking. Like it's opening up a major market, I would think.
They definitely need a virtual tour asset. So that's what the drone tour is. You can text it out, email it out, screen share and walk through a property, and people can buy an entire building or at least know they like it enough to step foot on site and take an in-person tour.
And I would imagine, from doing these different tours, especially starting in that COVID era all the way to today, there's a lot of lessons learned in how to do this and find that right recipe for success with the finished product. What has gone into that journey? And you think about the team that you're building and everyone involved. What lessons do you take away?
Lots of lessons learned, for sure.
I think we've all been there in any organization growing.
Yes. Yeah. Gone through every problem out there, from insurance companies canceling policies with us to our website getting hacked. Like every issue's popped up, and we just persevere. We figure it out and put better measures in place moving forward. But the most important thing has been, as you said, the team. Yeah. That's without the team, there's no way to do what we do. We've got incredible drone pilots. We've got video editors, project managers, and we all work really hard in our own lane to make this happen. So without them, it wouldn't be what it is.
And I think we share a similar mindset. Our people are at the heart of our organization and how we go to the marketplace and provide our services to our clients. You have to have that right mix of people with passion. And when we look at what our experience was working with y'all, having you guys come in, you could see firsthand the passion that the team has for this. They were so bought in. They were engaging. They made it just a fun day of recording. Outstanding work you're doing building a culture that gets people to that point.
Thank you. Yeah, appreciate that. We love what we do, and it's not life or death. We're making drone videos over here, so we get to come in and be the fun drone company and spice up a day at the office, or have a broker on site working with us who gets to be the director of their own production. And we, as you experience, it's a fun time. There's the pilots standing in the corner or hiding in a closet with...
Oh, they were running all around, and all of a sudden they're coming out here. It was amazing.
Yes, yeah. The creative director, running around, yelling out audio cues for people to open doors or drink a cup of coffee as the drone flies by. So everyone gets their little moment in the drone production, which is fun.
It's amazing. I think about, for ourselves too, all the different ways that we use culture to engage with clients and your storytelling for your brand. In a lot of ways, that experience with your team is the brand that you're building. And that fun call that you mentioned, we have that saying internally a lot, like, we're in branding. We're not reinventing the wheel necessarily, but we should be the fun calls, like we like to say. So it's cool to see that natural alignment just with how you guys build culture, how we build culture, and it was a natural fit.
Yeah, it's great to hear that you had that experience. And it's fun team, so try to keep the fun in it.
Does your team, do you guys like it? I imagine some of these, there's no people, like you're just trying to showcase a space. Do you like it when you get to have people? Because I would think that creates movement. Or do you guys like it when it's just straight empty?
I personally love we call them choreographed tours, where there's people moving throughout, and that's when we're giving them their big moment on camera. It adds a layer of complexity to the video and the pre-production process, but those are definitely the most fun videos we create. I'd say that's 1 out of 5 videos maybe have people in it, but our main product is a more functional virtual tour for an office building or an industrial warehouse, which is a little bit more graphics focused and mapping, and so it's like a mix of being functional with a little bit of creativity in there.
And the people, like, there's going to be people in your spaces, so it's good to have people. I would want the people, just FYI.
Yes, yeah, definitely more of a creative asset with the people in it.
Love it.
So Zach, for yourself, you reflect on the time you've been doing this. When did you realize you've got something special here? And this is like a business that's more than a startup or something that you can build out and build a true business footprint with.
In 2020, we worked with, I think, 300 or 400 residential brokers, and people loved that. Yes, the experience of the contactless tour was needed, but people loved the actual asset in the end. And I think we quickly realized that we had something more than just a residential tour. We did our first office building and were able to fly from the front door to the back amenity area and do what no camera's been able to do before, and not something you have to click arrows to jump around to. So we kind of recognized the shareability of the asset, the user friendliness of it, and then we actually did the old post office building in Chicago for CBRE. Awesome. And this was it's a cool building. Everyone drives under it or through it every day to get downtown, and I think everyone's been kind of wondering what is going on in there since they redid it. And our fly-through was kind of the first big reveal to what is going on in there, and picked up some good traction on LinkedIn and on YouTube. And that was, I'd say, our big entrance into the commercial real estate world.
That's amazing. And it's such a stalwart of the Chicago experience. You drive into the city, you drive literally through the building. For those listeners out there that haven't been to Chicago, it is something that everyone that is in this area knows, and it's cool to see that inside look of what's happening, because you're right. It has been that big question. What is happening with the building? So that's amazing.
And people are so inquisitive. Like, I might not even have a vested interest in a space, but if you go to do something different, like, I want to know, I want to see it. I want to know what's happening. So for these types of opportunities to get to see things, like, you may drive through this building every day, but you don't actually get to go to it. Like, what an amazing opportunity to open this up to community and people to get to experience something.
Yeah, it's and it's fun to watch the videos too. So you can kind of sit back and soar through a building, whether it's the old post office or it's a sports stadium, and kind of get a different perspective that you haven't been able to get before. So people enjoy watching them versus, I think, a virtual tour of clicking through it and getting lost in the corner or spinning around in it.
Oh, yeah, for sure.
Yeah. When you think about the different types of tours you do, I know we had part of our tour was showcasing the manufacturing side of, like, where we're printing, embroidering, all those different services. Do you get a lot of requests in that kind of function of showing how things get made? Yeah,
that's been a big product, like a day in the life kind of video where you walk in the front door and you see a product or a package move throughout the facility. Definitely been a popular request. Manufacturing is massive buildings, big operations, so the drone plays pretty well in that. But yeah, any type of facility that is proud of their building or has unique operations going on can benefit from a drone tour.
And I would imagine when you're doing that kind of back end, how things get made, and there's machinery running, the editing process, there's probably a lot of noise that you have to sort through. Is that another layer to the onion of making it a beautiful product at the end?
The drone doesn't pick up, well, it does pick up audio, but it picks up the buzzing of the propellers. Yeah. So all of the audio is dubbed or sound design. So we'll, as we did here, we'll run around with a microphone and get you to say your line or pick up equipment noise. And then we'll use a variety of different libraries, AI sound effects, and build the whole sound atmosphere for the video as well.
And they do run around. I can vouch for that. Do they have a fitness test that they have to pass in order to be the mic runner?
Yeah, that's our creative directors love that. Us ducking away from the drone, finding their time to sprint to the next room, and sometimes there's actors doing it too. Like, we have people that will show up in the lobby, and then all of a sudden they're at the end of the video, and the behind the scenes of that is them literally sprinting from the that space to
around
other
the
space.
building.
Yeah, go outside.
Do you ever do like a bloopers reel internally, just like things you've picked up?
We always it always seems like a staff member ends up in the video somehow. So we're always looking at those, whether it's one of the guys playing block Jenga in the video, or we had a guy that was DJing at a club one time with his hand up in the air, vibing to the beat. So we always look at those, and then we do shoot a lot of behind the scenes of that process of running around.
Sure.
That seems to be the thing on social that people like to see.
Yes.
So we try to capture that as much as we can as well.
And I mean, obviously, I learned about you guys through social. Is social a big strategy for you as you continue to scale? Like, is that something you lean into and you find success telling your story?
Yeah, we do our best. We get busy and it falls to the wayside a little bit,
Sure.
but that's definitely where we got a big chunk of business in the early days. LinkedIn's been great for us. Facebook ads for catching brokers during COVID was a big reason we got going, and then a little bit of YouTube, a little bit of TikTok in there as well.
Interesting. It's always interesting to hear different organizations and which platforms they find success with. And the LinkedIn one makes total sense when you're dealing with commercial real estate. You're dealing with potentially universities or high schools or any of those company pages. That's just always interesting to hear how that all shakes out.
It's easy to stand out on the LinkedIn feed with
Yes.
a nice video.
Yes, your video.
That it is. Yeah. So, Zach, you also have the Athletic Content House.
Yes.
Talk to us a little bit about that, because that's a branch off or a different thing entirely.
It's a separate company, but it's a sister brand, brother brand, where we're sports enthusiasts over here. So we've built that